If we end discrimination in the financial industry, we will also close the racial wealth gap and help make the American dream available to all Americans. However, laws are not enough. We also need effective rules to combat discrimination at financial services firms to help build a more just and equitable society. The financial regulatory agencies can play a direct and important role in making that happen. For example, the CFPB exists to make sure that all Americans are treated fairly by banks, lenders, and other financial institutions. The CFPB has enacted rules to end or reduce junk fees like overdraft charges, overhaul payday lending, and rein in excessive credit card fees, predatory practices that target working families and especially communities of color. Another example is the banking regulators, the Fed, FDIC, and OCC. They can use their authority to fight discrimination and force banks to increase access to lending and financial services to communities of color through better bank merger rules and enforcement of the Community Reinvestment Act, which requires banks to serve the needs of the communities in which they do business. Also, it may not seem obvious, but the CFTC and SEC also have roles to play in promoting racial economic equality. How? The CFTC is responsible for regulating commodities such as wheat, sugar, bread, and gas and oil. When there is excessive speculation in the markets, those items increase in price, causing your grocery and gas bills to go up. By enforcing a strong position limits rule, the CFTC can prevent speculators from driving up prices and picking the pockets of the most vulnerable Americans. And finally, the SEC is responsible for regulating the capital markets and protecting investors. The SEC has to better enforce the fiduciary duty rule and continue to fight against the greedy crypto industry. After years of frauds and crimes, too many are still targeting minority and low-income communities with sales pitches disconnected from reality. Too many continue to lose their hard-earned money. We at Better Markets will continue to fight at the financial regulatory agencies for rules that address racial economic inequality, because no one should be ripped off and everyone deserves a fair shot at the American dream.